"I will never die. I will never, ever die." Those were the chilling final words of Mona Fandey, the Malaysian witch, before she was sent to the gallows. But what happened next shocked the entire nation. Just days after her execution, the officer who carried it out mysteriously took his own life. Neighbors near her old mansion swore they often heard the sound of a woman's laughter echoing in the dead of night. Was this mere coincidence or something far more sinister? July 1993. Malaysian politician Mazlan Idris was brutally murdered. His body was hacked into pieces and buried under a concrete floor. Police quickly identified the killers: Mona Fandey, her husband Afandi, and their young assistant Juraimi. Mona confessed that she had used parts of Mazlan's internal organs in a ritual to enhance her powers, and even claimed that the politician had willingly offered himself. Few people knew that Mona once dreamed of being a star. She entered the entertainment world with high hopes, and at first her career looked promising. But without powerful connections, her fame quickly faded. It was then that she met Afandi, a self-styled shaman who made money through witchcraft. They married, and together they turned superstition into a business. At first, they performed small rituals, blessings, charms, fortune readings. But soon, powerful clients began to arrive. And strangely, some of them really did rise in power after Mona's rituals. She took full credit, claimed mastery of black magic, and money poured in. They bought mansions, lived in luxury, and even took on Juraimi as an apprentice. Then came Mazlan. Desperate for political success, he turned to Mona in early 1993. He wanted black magic to make him chief minister. Mona saw her chance. Knowing he was gullible and influential, she demanded 2.5 million ringgit. Mazlan agreed, paying $500,000 up front. Mona pocketed 300,000 and lured him to a secluded village in Pahang on the night of July the 2nd. Mazlan arrived without suspicion. He lay down obediently, eyes closed, imagining the glory of his future office. But instead of blessings, he met the cold edge of Mona's axe. Together, Mona and Afandi dismembered the body into 18 parts, buried the remains under concrete, and drove Mazlan's car back to Kuala Lumpur as if nothing had happened. When the police came knocking, Mona still insisted that Mazlan had volunteered. On February 5, 1995, the trial began, and Mona instantly became the most bizarre figure in the courtroom. Every appearance, she wore velvet gowns, thick eyeliner, posing defiantly for cameras. Even in prison, she refused to let go of her vanity, using foundation to cover freckles, demanding Chanel clothes, and refusing visitors unless she was fully made up. The trial dragged on for 6 years. Finally, on November 2, 2001, Mona, then 45, was led to the gallows. Her last words echoed like a curse: "I will never die." Yet the horror was only beginning. Days later, the executioner himself ended his life, and neighbors still claimed to hear her laughter long after Mona was gone. A tragedy born of greed and superstition, dressed in glamour and vanity, finally ended after 8 long years. But its haunting shadow still chills Malaysia to this very day.